This is gonna be a new segment that Amir and I are gonna be trying out on our Wednesday shows. It's called Whatever Happened To, where we take a pop culture figure that maybe faded from the spotlight and we just wonder, hey, whatever happened to that person? I'm gonna be starting off our journey on this. I would like to know whatever happened to the Chewbacca mask lady. You may remember this video that went viral on May 19th, 2016. As of now, it is the most viewed Facebook video of all time, especially a Facebook Live video of all time, and it has garnered probably by now more than this, but 3 million Facebook reshares. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, but if you don't, here's a reminder. This was the Chewbacca mask lady.
That's not me making that noise, it's the mask. Here, listen.
It used to, man. I don't know, like watching it now, I don't know why I'm filled with like this deep sense of sadness.
Okay, well, we're gonna troubleshoot that in a minute, but first let me tell you about whatever happened to Chewbacca Mom. So Chewbacca Mom's real name is Candace Payne. She's a 37-year-old Texas mother, and she filmed that video with just the simple caption, "It's the simple joys in life." Now, she did the rounds after this went so viral. She was on Good Morning America. She went on the Late Late Show with James Corden. She met J.J. Abrams. She did a whole bunch of Star Wars stuff, like I'm trying to think of, oh yeah, she was featured on the Star Wars show on the Star Wars official YouTube channel. She received $7,500 for Memorial Weekend visit to Disney's Hollywood studio and $2,000 to attend a Fan Dallas Expo with the Chewbacca actor. And $400,000 in scholarship money for Southeastern University.
$400,000 in scholarship money?
Yes, she made a whole lot of money doing this.
She also made a whole lot of money for the people that made that Chewbacca mask.
For the people that made the Chewbacca mask. It got sold out of all online retailers after this video went so viral. And then she also got her own action figure. Hasbro made her own action figure. There you can see it on June 19th. So this is just about a month. I mean, think about how quickly, it's exactly a month after she went viral, she had her own action figure as made by that, with the catchphrases such as, "It's not me making that noise, it's the mask," that sort of thing. Now, since this has all happened, you haven't really seen her as much, but she has been working hard. I actually visited her website. She has an up and running website. You can book her for speaking engagements, and her thing that she now works, her brand or whatever, is just finding simple joys in life. And you can go to her website and she has little things that make her happy, like little places that she'll go to get a pick-me-up. She also loves fun socks, and she has a little thing about how she loves fun socks to pick her up. She also signed a video blogger deal with the television network in the US called TLC. And I went to TLC's website to see what her video vlogs are like, but honestly, and this is not anything about her, but it's TLC, the website is like kind of wonky, and it was really hard to, it wasn't really hard. I'm sure if I had had an afternoon, I could have figured it out, but some of the videos weren't really loading, and I didn't really understand what sequence they were meant to be in, so I don't know if TLC's trying to have their own little YouTube for moms, but it's not really there yet. But she partnered with them, and she also wrote a book about her whole experience and her childhood, which actually, like, she had a pretty hard life that I didn't know about. The book is called Laugh It Up, Embrace Freedom and Experience Defiant Joy. And she just talks about her life and how she got to a point where she finds the simple joys in life, and she totally capitalized on her success from this viral video that she absolutely, you know, a lot of things that go viral, especially with what we do, you ask yourself, did they calculate this? Was this they knew that this was gonna go viral, they knew this was gonna get the hits.
I don't think she had any idea.
I think she had no idea. I don't even think she fully understood the scope of Facebook Live. Like, I wonder if she had just clicked a different button so that the video was only available to her friends and not public, how things would have been different.
Yeah.
But because she chose to broadcast this to whoever was gonna watch, probably thinking it would maybe be like 100, 200 people, her life has totally changed. And I think it's really interesting. It also begs a conversation about who we give these 15 minutes of fame to. Is it something that we should all aspire to? Because look, it can totally change your life, in the blink of an eye. And that's why people put themselves out there and share so much on the internet. How we are conditioned as a society to view viral internet fame and sensations. I don't know, there's a lot going on, but I didn't know what I was getting into when I looked at what she'd been up to, but I'm very happy to report back that she seems very grounded and she's just turned her very infectious laugh into basically her job.
So the fame and the money didn't corrupt her?
Didn't change her, no. She's no mixtapes coming out, nothing like that. I mean, I can see her perhaps wanting a reality show. I don't know anything really about the dynamics of her family, and maybe she wouldn't want that, but I can see that, especially if she's partnered with TLC in some way, that they would give her like, laugh it up with the Candace Payne family, and that, that lives in its own way. I just think it's fascinating that she skyrocketed to fame and that there is a certain way that you can maintain that. A lot of people fade away, I think it depends on how you go viral. If she had gone viral for being angry, then it would be
I'd argue
different.
like from at least that level of exposure that she had, she did fade away, but like she has made the best of it since.
Well, you're never gonna, here's the thing, if you get virally famous, you can never, I really don't think you can maintain that, that surge of interest. It will eventually dwindle. But if you can at least capitalize on a corner of the market that were interested in you and figure out who those people are and who really identified with you in more than just a viral way. Like, I hadn't seen that video in years. I wasn't really curious about what she was doing until I started thinking about who are these figures that have faded from the pop culture. But there were people that saw her and that related to her, even just through like her Facebook posts. And it's really impressive that she was able to cultivate like a whole, the word I'm thinking of is media empire, but it's not a media empire. Let's go, it's like a media village, like a media town of people that really like her brand of joy and just finding the simple things. And I think that that's awesome. But I also think that it's just crazy that you can have a career from going viral. You know? And also, how do we choose these people? It makes you wonder. Because there was another, I also learned from my research, again, I did graduate from college, that there was another woman that wore the same mask that also similarly went viral, but not to this extent at all, and didn't have, certainly doesn't have an action figure. She wore the mask during pregnancy.
And this was after?
This was after this. And people were saying it's the new Chewbacca Mom, but it just didn't
There's
catch
never
on.
a new Chewbacca Mom.
That's the thing. I think
it is
that
what it is.
Once you hit and once you have that crazy moment, I really don't think it comes back. I think that you just have to figure out how to ride it out.
I'm trying to figure out why it made me so sad to watch this again. And what you said this happened in April of 2016.
This happened in May 2016.
Yeah. I think that's part of the reason why May 2016 is like, there's still some innocence, I feel like, in our culture at that point. A lot has happened since then, just in the media and otherwise, where we've maybe become more cynical to the point where I don't think something like this could happen again.
I would like to think that it could.
Maybe I'm just ignoring.
I know what you mean. I know what you're getting at,
a lot of good things that have happened, a lot of good viral things that have happened since, but I'm only thinking about the bad things.
There's a certain level of nostalgia and rose-colored glasses, like May 2016. It was a simpler time, but that is what happened to Chewbacca Mom. That's what she's up to now. We would like to hear from you if maybe you have a figure that you'd like to check in on and see what they're up to. I personally would like to investigate Fred Durst, but we'll see.